Dear Ambazonians, fellow comrades, it has been exactly 1 year since I was entrusted with the responsibility of leading the people's interim government. It is quite intriguing and coincidental too that I am addressing you today, precisely 1 year later, with what we perceive as a significant development in our quest for independence. When I assumed office, I made a commitment to actively confront our adversaries, launch offensives on their territory, and bolster our fighting capabilities. Additionally, I pledged to engage in assertive diplomatic efforts, recognizing that firepower alone, although vital, cannot secure the recognition we seek. I am pleased to address you today with a report card that reflects our dedicated effort towards the goals we set out to achieve at this interim government. But first, I'd like to take this opportunity to emphasize one thing, and it is this. We do not perceive ourselves as being in competition with any group or individuals. The moment we adopt such a mindset, we lose sight of our mission to secure freedom for our homeland and instead focus on self-promotion. This would mean prioritizing our own egos and efforts just to remain relevant. In this struggle, we do not seek relevance. We do not seek validation from others, nor do we strive to draw attention to ourselves. I am saying this so that you understand why we have not and will never publicly claim responsibility for everything we do. We leave that to those who are desperate for recognition and relevance. I mean those who are desperately ambitious for power and more power and more power. However, there is one thing we will not conceal from you: the numerous missions we have undertaken in La République du Cameroon's capital city and Douala. While La République may attribute these missions to natural forces, we are well aware of the true forces behind them. It is crucial that La République du Cameroon continues to experience the same level of pain our people endure, and in this regard, we owe no one an apology. We made a commitment to support all ARS, regardless of their allegiance. We have stood by this promise and will continue to do so without seeking any recognition. Our focus is not on ourselves, but on the liberation of our homeland. The interim government is dedicated to assisting authentic restoration fighters that have a proven record of actively engaging the enemy without seeking personal gain or resorting to illegal activities such as collecting unlawful taxes or exploiting our own people. We believe that these kinds of fighters are the true patriots and fighters of Ambazonia, as they fight solely for the freedom of our homeland. If the firepower on ground zero is not matched with an equivalent diplomatic push in the diaspora, this war will likely be lengthened. Firepower and diplomacy are two critical components of the war that must be given equal attention. I must admit that until now, the diaspora has not been proactive enough in terms of diplomacy. However, Cameroon's refusal to participate in two peace processes, that is, in Switzerland and in Canada, opened our eyes. we concluded that Cameroon is not ready for dialogue. La République du Cameroon is comfortable and expects its army to achieve victory through violence. They believe that impunity will lead them to success. But their intransigence, ladies and gentlemen, has been a source of inspiration to us. We couldn't just stand by and let Cameroon walk away from two potential opportunities for conflict resolution while continuing with the killings. At the Hudson Institute meeting in Washington, D.C. recently, the interim government, along with other leaders and stakeholders, agreed that it was time to develop a roadmap to bring Cameroon back to the negotiation table or to end the war. We unanimously concluded that a United Nations-sponsored referendum is our only option for a solution in the face of Cameroon's refusal to participate in any meaningful dialogue that discusses the root causes of the conflict. I am delighted to report that we have supportive friends and sympathizers across Europe and America, particularly diplomats who continue to guide us towards achieving a United Nations supervised referendum based on their recommendations. And as you already know, we have enlisted the services of a lobbying firm in Washington, D.C. to lead our diplomacy efforts with the United States government, the United Nations, African Union member countries, and the rest of the world. I am thrilled, ladies and gentlemen, that we have successfully obtained the services we very much needed, and they are already actively working for Ambazonia. With their extensive experience in the industry, we are confident, ladies and gentlemen, that we will have the ability going forward to approach any opportunity with much ease and efficiency. However, this is not the major announcement I have come to share with you today. I am even more excited to announce that our firm has already achieved a significant diplomatic victory for the people of Ambazonia. This is it. The Federal Republic of Ambazonia has been officially registered by the United States government as a foreign country. This designation allows us to establish a diplomatic mission for Ambazonia in Washington, D.C., similar to Somaliland, which has yet to be recognized as an independent state, but operates a diplomatic office in the USA. We are looking forward to that in the near future. This signifies a remarkable shift from being just a group, as we know it, to being registered in the United States, acknowledged by the Justice Department as a foreign country, under the official name of our country, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. This is a very important milestone because it for once shut the mouth of La République du Cameroon, which has tried all along to have us labeled as a terrorist group. This development draws the line. We are not terrorists, we are nationalists, we are patriots, we are freedom lovers. La République du Cameroon can go on singing terrorists all they want. America knows, and the world knows we are not. They know we fight for a just cause. It is important we understand what this registration means. When a foreign government or its representatives comply with the Foreign Agents Registration Act, FARA, of the USA, they undergo the process of being registered as a foreign country by the U.S. Justice Department. This registration signifies that the country's government, in this case Ambazonia, or its representatives, have officially registered with the Department of Justice and are actively involved in political, informational, or lobbying activities on behalf of their country, that is Ambazonia. Through this registration, therefore, transparency is ensured, enabling the U.S. government and the public to be aware of the activities and influence of the foreign country, in which case Ambazonia, within the United States of America. Consequently, Ambazonia will no longer conduct its affairs discreetly in the USA. As a foreign country, we will be subjected to scrutiny similar to any foreign mission, say like Ghana, Nigeria, Taiwan, you can name the rest. It is important to note that this development is not solely an opportunity of victory for this interim government. Rather, it presents an opportunity for all the people of the country, our country, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, who yearn for freedom and independence. In light of this opportunity, it is crucial for all of us to regroup, recover from setbacks, and unite. Only then can we truly embody Ambazonia in not just the interim government. No faction should require a lobbyist, as we already have one for the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. It represents all of us, unless there is a desire for a new name for the country. But the Justice Department already has it assigned to all of us. Predicated upon this opportunity, therefore, in the weeks ahead, we will be embarking on a Meet Ambazonians tour to explain the new prospect that this brings to our struggle and the way forward. Our goal is to reunite all Ambazonians under the one big tent that once existed. I mean the interim government that used to be. Despite past conflicts and differences, this groundbreaking opportunity calls for regrouping and the pooling of our resources to expedite our journey to Buea. I have already made phone calls to some of our leaders to discuss this. I am urging them, our stakeholders and comrades in various groups, to come together so that we can enhance our methodologies in all our dealings and operations. Rest assured that we are currently being observed. Many eyes are focused on us now, and we cannot continue to work in isolation. The era when individuals stroll the corridors of Congress and the White House claiming to represent Ambazonia is gone. It is crucial for all Ambazonian leaders to see this as opportunity, a collective victory, rather than solely that of the interim government. In the upcoming days, I would like to meet and discuss how our various groups can function within the current landscape without, and I mean without, duplicating any of the efforts. We believe that any progress made by any group should benefit all of Ambazonia and not just a pedestal on which to drum political relevance. This is the essence of collaboration, and the timing couldn't be better. Fellow comrades, we have already borne great cost in this struggle. However, our diplomatic progress has been constrained due to the challenges of accessing the doors that only lobbyists or experts can open. We are now aiming for a swift and aggressive diplomatic offensive in the coming months. Our hope is that these efforts will lead to genuine dialogue with La République du Cameroon, or failing which, a United Nations supervised referendum. I'm pleading with you that as long as the lobby firm can demonstrate their effectiveness, let's come together to support them financially. Sustaining their work will require monthly payments, and we all need to contribute to the fund that covers these costs. Just imagine what we can achieve in the next 6 months if we keep them on board working for us. However, we must be prepared to shoulder the financial burden collectively, not as an interim government, but as Ambazonians. Fellow Ambazonians, they say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. For as long as we have taken that first step, we should never dream of capitulation to La République du Cameroon. Some people who do not have an idea of what we have gone through in the past 61 years with La République du Cameroon want us to believe that we are all brothers, that we can just work things out, and that language shouldn't divide us. I say to them, they are ignorant. We are not brothers with La République du Cameroon. They have never treated us like brothers. We are Anglophiles. We are 2 cubes of sugar. We are dogs. We are enemies in the house. We are Biafrans. That's what they call us. They have never called us brothers or fellow countrymen. They've never. And besides, those who call this a language war are equally ignorant. We fight because our country was annexed, colonized, and dominated by La République du Cameroon. When we joined them for a federal republic, they revoked it in spite of the fact that the federal constitution provided that under no circumstances should the federal republic be abrogated. We have begged for the restoration of the federal system for the past 61 years. And what we got was a declaration of war on us. We have now entered the 8th year of the war. And Cameroon has not as much as tried a genuine compromise. Not even with their friends, federalists, who wine and dine with them. Fellow Ambazonians, the cost may be too high. The sacrifices too many. But who said it was going to be cheap or easy? We have gone far enough to keep on going. God will continue to open us doors. God will continue to lead us. Let us put him in front and continue to water every little effort with our prayers. Ambazonia will be free. God bless you all. Long live the Federal Republic. Short live the war.